Ohio is no longer one of the weakest states in the country when it comes to exotic animal bans. Governor Kasich signed Senate Bill 310 into law yesterday. It enacts the Ohio Dangerous Wild Animal Act. Outreach for Animals' Tim Harrison has been fighting for a ban in Ohio for years, and he is joining us this morning. Tim, you've been traveling all around the country. Good to see you again.
Glad to be back.
You've been a busy guy.
Very busy, very busy. I was actually going out and helping people with their animals here in the state of Ohio, too. We've had 10 tigers, 4 African lions, and 7 cougars just this last month, removing them and finding locations across the country.
You came in with an amazing photo. We're going to show that in a second. But let's talk about the bill that the governor signed into law yesterday. It bans the ownership of exotic animals in Ohio for new owners, but those who already have animals, they can still keep them.
Yeah, they're grandfathered. All they have to do is get insurance. To get their animal microchip. That's one of the things we're always worried about, because when you caught a cougar loose in downtown Dayton, like I have, nobody raises their hand so they can have my cougar back. We like to know who owned them. And also, you have to have a dog license for your dog. You didn't have to have nothing for these exotic animals. We're going to have to regulate them a little bit, and they're a little upset about that, and I don't understand why.
Best case scenario, what is this law going to do?
The best one is no new ownership and no breeding in our state. We were #1 for the sale of dangerous exotic animals, as the auctions we have in our state, and also the ownership. So it's going to stop that right off the bat. No breeding and no new owners. And I don't want people with no experience owning a tiger living in my neighborhood.
Right. Is this going to drive people to do this? Are they going to find a way to do this underground now? Is that going to kind of increase that activity?
That's a very good question, because here in the city of Dayton, when we wrote the law here in the city of Dayton, helped get their ordinances done, I was getting over 100 exotic animal calls, alligators, pythons, every once in a while a big cat. Once the laws went in effect, within a 5-year period, I was down to 4 calls a year. That tells you what laws can do. 80% of the population does what the law says.
All right.
I'll take that.
But people should not be fooled thinking that this means there's no more exotic animals in the state of Ohio, because there's still, as we talked about before, dozens and dozens of locations around the state and neighboring states where these exotic animals are all over the place.
Yeah, they have about 65 different facilities around the state of Ohio that have big cats and dangerous animals on them right now. And we're in the process of helping to move some of them out of the state right now. It's just a lot. All
right, let's go ahead and put that picture up that you came in with this morning. And to me, this is an amazing photograph you have. And you don't want to tell us exactly where this was, but tell us what you have in your hands right there.
That's a 200-pound mountain lion. There were 7 of them in that residence. And what we were doing, we were moving them to be placed at different locations across the country.
Now, when you say a residence, are we talking about there's other houses, neighboring houses here?
Yes.
It's a typical residential neighborhood.
Typical residential neighborhood.
7 animals, and they're all that size or bigger.
That size or bigger.
That is amazing.
And that's in just one residence. So we have a lot more to go after, too. Some of the shocking things, I was actually shocked to see that when the laws were passed and signed, I've had such battles over the years with Jack Hanna and organizations like that wanted to take these animals on TV shows, the baby cougars and baby tigers.
Yeah.
And to me, I was shocked that he came over onto our side now. He's helping us out, and I appreciate it.
Jack Hanna was there at the signing yesterday, and you weren't. I'm not sure what that means.
That means I did all the work, and he got to stay there.
That's usually the way it goes, isn't it?
That's how it always
All
is.
right, I've just got my papers. What do you think? We got to wrap it up. What do you think? What should the next step be?
The next step right now is to start to get the policing process down with the Ohio Division of Agriculture, which I'm planning on helping out. They've come to me and asked me to assist. Be more than happy to help out. We can work together with other organizations around the country and make this a safe state and a safe United States.
All right, Tim, we always love when you come to visit. We'll do it again. All right. He's a busy guy, Tim Harrison.